Welcome along to our latest transfer roundup. It's myself, James Mason, and Jack Ogalbe next to me. We're taking you through four of the biggest stories going across the world of football. And we'll start with a story from Manchester City. It's a sort of transfer saga that's been going around this summer. It's Leroy Sane, who is potentially going to Bayern Munich. There's been a lot of talk of this, and Pep Guardiola now has come out and said he thinks Sane will be with City come this season when it starts. However, he has said that if he wants to leave and is unhappy, that can happen if a bid comes in. It's a big comment from Guardiola, that.
It is a big comment. You can see what he's saying. He wants his players to be happy. He's managed at big clubs before. He knows the game, doesn't he, Guardiola? I think they've got to keep him. I think they're actually a better team when Sane's in it. On the left-hand side, he gives them balance, but if he's not happy at the club, is it better to get rid of him?
Well, yeah, potentially easier to get rid of him, although Bayern are going to have to pay a hell of a lot of money. But if Sane did go, it'd be a positive for Chelsea as well, because Callum Hudson-Odoi, that would probably end Bayern's pursuit of him like they had in January. So, yeah, I think Leroy Sane, potentially, Bayern could be a good move for him.
I do as well, yes. I think going back to Germany, he'll play every week with no Ribery and Robben. They're looking for wide players. They've already said he's their number one target, so he's going to be adored really rather than sat on the bench. It's good for him. He's a player who's had a difficult 24 months, missed out on Germany's World Cup squad. So maybe I think it's a good move for him, but not a good move for City.
Yeah, not a good move for City. Joelinton then, let's move on to this player because he's involved in a potential move to Newcastle United.
Yeah, so they say he's in concrete talks. That's what's been said in the press over here about a move from Hoffenheim to Newcastle United. Intriguingly, of course, it's been a busy few days for the Magpies with Steve Bruce taking over. There is no one who wears the number 9 shirt, the fabled number 9 shirt at St James's Park at the moment. That's free, and that's the role Joelinton rather likes to play. He's got a decent pedigree. He's played well for Hoffenheim. Is he the man for Newcastle, James?
Not too sure, because you look at him, he's got to come in and he's got to replace the goals that Salomon Rondon and now Ayoze Perez had for them. They scored half of Newcastle's goals last season, but Joelinton, he's not prolific. He wasn't prolific for Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga. He's not scored more than 10 goals in a single campaign for Hoffenheim. So whether he's going to be that marquee signing, I'm not too sure. I think Mike Ashley's trying to get the fans back on board after everything that's happened to Rafa Benitez, but will this be the signing? I don't particularly think it will be, but you have to wait and see, because some players, they thrive in the Premier League and some of them don't.
Yeah, they're talking a lot of money out there, £30 million plus, considering they could have got Rondon for £16.5 million. I know there's different things. He wanted to go to China because, you know, the money's magnificent there, isn't it? You understand why he did that, reuniting Rafa Benitez, but for twice the money is Joelinton, twice the player that Rondon was.
Probably not, I think, and that is the issue at the moment. Let's move on to another player actually involved in Newcastle, Sean Longstaff, because Steve Bruce has said he's going to sit down with him and say that is integral to his plans. Now, Longstaff apparently wants to stay at his boyhood club, but Manchester United still reportedly holding a £50 million interest in him.
Oh, £50 million is a lot of money as well, but that's today's market for a player who's made just 10 Premier League appearances, and he was fantastic, but he got a serious injury. You can't always trust young players to come back from that. I know medical science has moved on a lot. He could be just as good as he was before, but it's a big, big risk, and he's a big, big player. If he stays at Newcastle, he'll play every week. Will he do so at Old Trafford?
Yeah, that is the issue. I think he certainly fits the bill of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with the young player that he wants to come in and plan for the future, but whether he's £50 million, it will be a lot of money, like you said, on a player that has limited Premier League experience. And we'll just finish off now on a story involving Bournemouth and Sheffield United, because Lys Mousset is said to be on his way to the Blades to undergo a medical, a £9 million move. And again, for a player that hasn't really done it at Premier League level, that's quite a lot of money for the Blades.
It's a lot of money, isn't it? They signed Callum Robinson, but they need firepower. They had good Championship strikers who've stayed around, but I don't think they've got Premier League quality, and whether Mousset is that man, I don't think he is. He's had a difficult time in 3 years at Bournemouth, not really produced. He was even given the number 9 shirt to try and coax more out of him, but he's not produced the goods. And you can see why they want him, because he's kind of in their price bracket, but that's the only reason, I think.
Yeah, well, there you have it. Those are the 4 stories going around the world of football. Don't forget to leave your comments on social media, Facebook and Twitter. And also, don't forget to click that subscribe button on YouTube.